Hey guys, this is our Ariens YT11. It's a 11 horsepower Briggs & Stratton or 400cc lawn tractor. What I want to do today is change the oil in the tractor. It hasn't been changed since I've got it. In the short term, what I've done is cleaned the fuel bowl out in the carburetor, cleaned the fuel system, installed a new battery, checked the spark plugs, greased it, and whatnot. So the last thing to do is put fresh oil in it. So what you want to do before you change the oil is you want to make sure the oil is nice and clean to loosen up any sludge that's in the engine. Alright, so the engine's all nicely warmed up. What you want to do is pop the hood. And right here is your oil fill. We're going to take that off. Just below your oil fill, you see this little valve right beside your brake pedal. You're going to turn this counterclockwise. And what happens is there's a little tube that goes right down here, right behind the front right tire, and that's where the oil is going to drain out to. So I'm just going to put it into this gallon jug, and again the oil is low, so whatever comes out into here is not going to be the exact amount that I have to put in. So there's a little valve here. I'm just going to turn that, and the oil should start draining, as you can see. Now you can't get any easier than this. So we'll let that drain for a minute or so till it stops dripping. So the oil's just barely dripping now into the jug. So we're going to close off this valve. So you're going to turn it clockwise. It's going to stop any oil from going out into the tube. There we go. You don't have to put this on He-Man strength, just nice and snug. So this is about how much we got out of it. Again, this is 1 gallon, so probably just under a liter, so it should take quite a bit more. I don't have the exact amount, so we'll just go by the dipstick. My lawn tractors I've owned over the years, I've been putting in a 10W30, so just make sure you put in a quality 10W30 oil. So we're going to start adding it, so it's just a matter of putting a funnel in your dipstick tube, and we're only going to add a little bit at first. Maybe just under a liter or so. And we'll take a look and see how much is showing on the dipstick. Just make sure you clean off your dipstick there. So it looks like right now it's just at the add mark, so just double check. It's so hard to tell with really clean oil. Yeah, so it's just between the add and the full mark, so I'm just going to put in a little bit more. And that should be good. I'll check it again. And I'll make sure it's at the full mark, and once I use the tractor for maybe its first mow, we'll certainly check it again. Usually like to check the oil every mow or every couple mows. So it needs a tad bit more. Now, depending on what your temperature is in your area, will usually determine what thickness of oil. If you're going to use a 5W30 in the wintertime, 10W30, I've even heard of people putting a 15W40, almost like a Rotella diesel oil, in the tractor, especially if it's a warm climate. And that looks perfect. It's right at the top of the full line. Right there. It's a little hard to see on camera. So again, we'll use this for a bit, and then I'll check the oil after the first mow. So I've let the tractor run for a couple minutes, and then I've double checked the oil after the tractor ran, and it's right at the top of the full mark. So all we have left to do is add a little bit of gasoline to it. There we go. And the tractor's all set for its first mow. So there you go. That's how you change the oil in an Ariens YT11. Now this process is the same for most older, smaller lawn tractors like this. There's usually a drain on the side of the motor. Typically there's no oil filter like some of the newer tractors have, such as our John Deere E180. So on a smaller tractor like this, I usually like to change oil about every 25 hours. It literally only costs you $1.50 or so in oil, and this can be done in a matter of minutes. So it's certainly cheap maintenance that will certainly help your motor in the long run. Again, guys, if you have any questions or comments, make sure you post them below. If not, thanks for watching, and remember to like, comment, and hit that notification button. Take care. Oh, and I should also mention the next video is going to be mowing the first time with us. See you now.